Happy birthday, Arnold.
This one's for you. Go.
Perimeter deactivated. Perimeter deactivated. Hello, welcome back to Brother, your 80s and 90s sanctuary for your movies reviews. I'm Carl.
I'm Nicki. You guys off guard there with the...
You know why? Because this is live, this is video.
This is the first one. Well, I tweeted out yesterday that the podcast, the channel, is going to get like a technological upgrade today. This is the upgrade. We've got the mics, we've got the laptops, we've got the cameras.
We look very 80s and 90s, Cobra Kai.
We do your Cobra Kai.
Marty McFly.
Yeah, Arnold's birthday. I've got Marty McFly, but I've also got Arnold as numero uno. Hopefully that's not that way around when
Cobra Kai, just need Johnny Lawrence to fucking take him under his wing. Actually, not John Kreese. I'm a twat like him.
There you go, mate. So that's an insight to Carl's personality, just for the people listening. So yeah, big correspondence. Just quickly, Carl, before you say whatever it is you're about to say. If you want to contact us via email, it is b2bmoviepod@gmail.com, or follow us or contact us via Twitter, b2bmoviepod, or you can also watch us on YouTube. Apologies for getting me tongue-tied there.
I always feel sorry for you having to rattle them off because, like, I think I wouldn't want to do that.
Aye. It's one of them. I'll get used to it. So you can watch it on YouTube as well. Obviously, the past videos is just more of a picture of the movie. From now, episode 8, it's going to be obviously the lads on show basically. Right. So yes, so you can watch it on YouTube at Brother to Brother 80s and 90s Movie Podcast. Don't forget to like. Whoopsie daisy! Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell.
So you can actually bottle open that spoon.
Aye, it works. It's just a trick. You can be the first to know when a podcast has gone live.
So like we said, obviously big shout out to Arnie.
Arnie's birthday today, 72.
Aye, but we're going to be reviewing Running Man today.
Great film.
What's the year?
1987, year I was born. Just for the people who don't already know that.
Right.
Mate,
I'm going to take a point of like not doing 87 movies now.
It's one of them. It's obviously a great. Well, Predator's 87, just saying. But
you son of a bitch.
It was a great year for movies.
Oh god, he's going to talk about Carl Weathers in a minute.
I'm not going to talk about Carl Weathers.
No, we're not. But just on that though, like you have met Carl Weathers.
I have met Carl Weathers.
Obviously one of Arnie's co-stars.
I have met Arnie.
And
Carl Weathers.
What was you ever want to Terminator? Kyle Reese.
Michael Bain.
Aye,
I met Michael
these
Bain
Comic
well,
Cons and that.
Aye, Comic Con. Well, I met Carl Weathers at Newcastle, but Michael Bain I had to travel to London for. Don't get us wrong, I didn't travel to London for Michael Bain. He turned up, you know.
Hold on, Carl Weathers Newcastle. Where'd you been in the Monument, hasn't it?
No, Comic Con.
All right, fair enough.
It was at a Newcastle Comic Con though, and like.
Where's that held at?
The arena.
Was it?
Oh, right, the arena. At the time, it was the Metro Radio Arena, but it's changed now.
We should do a Comic Con.
Well, they won't do it in Newcastle anymore.
Oh, why?
Well, you tell me.
You spoil it for everyone.
Aye, that was it. Carl Weathers just thought that this one guy won't leave us alone. I met him like 3 times.
I think you just keep hounding on social media.
Aye.
Remember me? And he's like, oh, God.
Yeah. Well, the first time I ever tweeted him, he replied.
Did he?
Aye. Hashtag be peace.
Leave me alone.
Hashtag be peace, he said. And I thought, let it go. I've just pulled my heart out of you. I told him though, you know, when I went, because I was like, no, I'm in 2 minds here. But the lad I went with was like, Carl Weathers is going.
He's quite active on social media, you know.
Aye, he is.
So you want to hold on to that dream.
Well,
reunion might happen.
I've got the picture of me and him. I'll probably do that eventually, but I feel like this should be left for like a Rocky or a Predator podcast.
Aye, because obviously we're together.
Aye.
Fair enough. So we're reviewing Running Man, we said.
Yes.
I love Running Man because, again, I always bang on about like how I watched these films when I was young. So, I was young, 8, something like that, do you know what I mean?
It's berserk, innit?
Aye, although it might be made in 87, like by the time it comes to UK and stuff like that.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? Because I would talk about cinema attractions in a previous podcast.
Well, Running Man wasn't released till late November in America, because
Like the Aussies got it first, didn't
they? yeah, down under. But
it's a lot, mate.
Well, he had Predator the same year, didn't he? So he didn't want them to clash. So he purposely released Running Man a little bit later, so that he could have 2 successful films in the 1 year.
Class.
So
you know which one was first?
Well, Predator. Because Running Man was November.
Was it?
So it wouldn't have come out over here. It'll possibly, like say, 88. Maybe, I don't know. But I mean, I didn't watch this till 2017, which is ironic because the film is set in 2017.
Aye.
Well, I was buzzing when I was watching it because obviously it was made the year I was born, and I was watching it the year it was set, and I was like, this is meant to be.
Oh, said that this podcast is a mixture of like obviously me that watched them when I was young. and you're like you're watching some of these for the first time.
I am. Yeah.
Which is it's good to see if you think it holds up.
Yeah, well, that's the point of the podcast. Like, although I am born in the 80s, it was back end, and I didn't really watch much.
What was it, 89?
87. How do you not know? I've said it 1,000 times. I've said it this episode.
I was going to say, would it really want you, so it wanted you to be in the 90s?
Really
Do you know what I
want
mean?
you. I was born in the 80s, but I'm a 90s kid. Like, you're an 80s kid. Although I was born in the 80s, I'm a 90s kid.
No, look, actually, I was going to mention Sly there, but we're not. It's only the day.
Sly's got a lot of airtime.
Aye. So Running Man, class, man.
I loved it. First time I watched it, like, say, 2 years ago, it definitely held up. 30 years later, I was but it was ahead of its time. Like it's on about reality TV is going to be big in 2017, which it was. It's on about the government like using media to kind of like blind the audience, which it does.
It's a show I would have loved.
Yeah,
like genuinely.
Oh well, that show actually inspired the show American Gladiators, which obviously in turn inspired our Gladiators.
I don't really sorry Dave, about American Gladiators, because you mentioned it earlier. Is it just the same as the UK one, or is it totally different?
Yeah, so we got a tweet off one of our listeners, at Dave Lee Richards, I'm sure it is, and he was saying how, because we obviously won about cinema attractions, weren't we? Mm-hmm. So he stayed up for cinema attraction, he stayed up, and he was more hardcore than you, he stayed up, he didn't tape it, he stayed up.
He was probably older. Sorry Dave if you're not.
There's him hold you. So he stayed up and watched it. He said it was part of his like insomnia.
Good shout as well, like knowing it was the Golden Child theme. Because it is, it's the same theme.
Do you reckon?
It is.
It's definitely a ringer.
No, it's not a ringer. It is. We'll listen to it afterwards.
We'll have a look into it. But
or even in this podcast.
So he obviously mentioned the American Gladiators, which was ironic because obviously we're doing Running Man, and that is the inspiration behind American Gladiators. Like the normal person being chased by these huge blokes, do you know what I mean? That is Gladiators, do you know what I mean? Obviously, like we had our Gladiators, which I thought was meant to be fair. Contenders ready. Unreal.
Class.
I just love the Wolfman Shadow.
I thought you were more of a John Anderson man.
He's
all about the ref and the rules, like, do you know what I mean?
Oh, in fact, tell you what, keep talking, Carl, keep talking.
All right, I don't know where we're at, like, but he's talking about the meals and that. I like Jet, Lightning. I used to take the piss out of Nightshade, but I'll not go into that. Jet, Diana Udale, unreal. Ironically, Diana Udale went onto a program called You Bet, which reminded me of. I was talking shit by the way. No, it reminded me of
You see, like Jet.
Not the reality TV show like Running Man. It's like where the crowd bet.
Jet, a gladiator.
No fucking way.
So I've got a man cave through there with all my 80s, 90s stuff. The Wolfman.
That is fucking class, man.
And I'm sure he was called Saracen.
Mate, no, is it not fucking Shadow?
No, it's not Shadow.
Is that only one? Saracen.
Aye, Saracen, aye. With his. They all had dual instincts, but because I've grabbed them in such a rush.
Mate, that's fucking anymore.
I do, but I was in a hurry. Just to go get them. Are you happy?
No, I'll. Fuck me, I've never mentioned these before. That's Jet.
That's Jet, aye.
Just have a moment, guys.
That's the closest you're ever going to get to meeting Jet.
Mate, that's fucking class.
Aye, but they've all got dual sticks and that.
That is brilliant. You got Ulrika?
No, I've got Ulrika Johnson and Fashnu.
Which was shagging the fucking Isle of Gladiators anyway, wasn't she?
Aye, of course she was.
Sorry, Ulrika. We love you.
Ulrika,
Aye, shooting stars, aye. The best one, Ulrika went on to go into Big Brother, reality TV show. Mm-hmm. And remember Coolio?
Oh, aye.
And
I was getting bald one.
She had like 4 kids or something, and she did like a little, where they all have to like prove the worth, like a little party piece. She did something. Coolio was this. Come here, let's make it fat. Funny as fuck. Isn't that funny? I was pissing myself laughing.
Get in.
But a side thing, I think Ulrika's alright, man. Well, she was intense. She wasn't
90s. She was shagging Sven, wasn't she? Gordon Eriksson.
Aye, the England manager.
Berserk.
Where anyone knows Hunter off Gladiator, she was shagging Hunter. He was a good looking bastard.
I think that's what. I think that's my last one through there, Hunter.
Yeah, I leave him. He's a fucking rat.
Jealousy. Jealousy. But aye. I started talking about Gladiators there. I thought, I can't believe I didn't have these out.
Class them, mate. That is fucking gold. Yeah, actually, I'll tell a fucking embarrassing story because we're on Gladiators. My brother, who I always mention, he might even remember this because it's probably like, you know when you've got like a bad memory and you try to put it in the back of your head?
Oh, aye.
He caught us fucking masturbating to the annual Gladiators.
The annual Gladiators?
I had the Gladiators annual. And I was in my room.
The annual. Oh, right, okay.
And I had it like out on my bed and I was like knocking one out, the fucking Gladiators. I'm being serious.
The Wolfman.
And he walked in, he stormed out. He probably didn't remember, he's going to go, fuck off. But I knew all the gladiators.
We like looking at the page going, I'm afraid of the big bad wolf.
Aye, fucking mate, but gladiators, man. How about the birds are unreal?
And another dualistic. Well, they remade it, didn't they?
Just a quick one, I'd love the fucking TV one at the fucking duel.
Oh, mate, I would absolutely batter you. Fuck. I'm taller.
He's acting hard.
I've got the reach advantage.
Or even the climb, you know the climb where they get the
wall
on the wall.
Oh yeah.
I'd love to chase you, cunt.
Unreal.
I'd love to, honestly, I'd love to fucking pull that Marty McFly fucking hat right off.
That was the one that I always wanted to try off. Well, that and the duel, the sticks.
Actually, I love hang time as well, you know, with the...
I would have been shit at that. I wasn't ever good at monkey bars.
Well, that kite would have fell straight in.
Yeah, I took the band up to a park at a pub, and the monkey bars were there. I thought, give us a try, and then he dislocated me off.
Why? Because you got to hold your own body weight, man. If you're a kid, you just fucking fly, don't you?
I was like envisioning the gladiators, like,
and how
can you feel the power? Like 28, 26, 27, something like that.
But you're not traversing, which means going like back and forth.
I fell. That's all I did. I just grabbed on and I let go of the thing. My weight kicked in and I just hit the deck. I thought, get rid of this pain as quickly as I can. I
think Gladiators is an episode on its own. We'll have to come back to that. Like,
I mate.
Totally leave the 80s and 90s and just...
With 90s?
Well, it is 90s, it's a TV show.
I mean, they did remake it, but it was never as good, was it? But Saturday night television's gone. Isn't it?
It is, but what I was saying to the viewers when you were getting the Gladiator figures, there used to be a TV show called You Bet. And it was similar. It was like...
Bonsai?
No, it was like... It got 3 celebrities, right? The 3 celebrities came in and they had like people from the public who could claim that they could do something in a certain time. And then it would say to the celebrities, do you think they can do this in this time, what they're saying?
Aye.
And they'd be like, yes, I bet you can, but you can't.
What would be your thing? If you had to take on a celebrity, you obviously don't pick the celebrity because it could be anybody, but what would be your skill?
Jesus. What's yours?
Rubik's Cube.
To be fair, you're a Rubik's Cube Sado. Sorry to the Rubik's Cube community. But
it's an 80s toy.
Alright, you're winning them all already.
Do you know what I mean? I can do the Rubik's Cube in under a minute and a half. So that would be me go-to move if I was going to challenge something.
Mine's a bit boring. Mine's like kick-ups, football. I could do a lot of kick-ups.
So you just need to hope it's not a professional footballer that's your celebrity?
Basically, aye.
There's a Rico Johnson.
I'm going to come back to that one. I'm going to address that in a previous episode because I feel like you put us on the spot there.
A previous episode?
So I went, but you know what I mean. So I went back to aye, that's the one. So Running Man.
Running Man, yes. I forgot it now. We've been talking that long.
Nah, it's good. Well,
is Sly Stallone in this one? Is he? No.
Aye. Nah, Running Man. Obviously, Arnold Schwarzenegger at his peak, fitness-wise, time-wise. You know what I mean? And he's just an unreal Nick. Basically, he plays Ben Richards.
He is in every film. He's like he's Mr. Olympia. Like put an eye on his number one. He's always in great shape. But it starts off though. It opens up. Obviously, it shows you like
the helicopter scene there.
Well, just before that starts, so it shows you like the company that have made the film kind of thing. It's like TriStar in it. With the
horse.
Is it you?
Actually, I'm glad you've addressed that because like a lot of people don't mention this. Like it was Paramount, TriStar, and it's
Orion.
MGM.
Orion.
Aye, unreal.
I used to love Orion. If it comes with Orion, you're in good hands. But
class.
Aye, Orion Pictures. Just as well though, because obviously TriStar, do obviously pour into the 90s. But this particular intro screams 80s.
Aye, because
very like they're not pixelated, but like.
Well, that's the text, like the Schwarzenegger Running Man.
Well, that bit it does, but I mean like, the actual TriStar bit, like it looks like.
No, that's
older.
80s.
It just looks older, aye. Class. But obviously, like you're saying there, going on to that, like the animations of the intro is screams 80s. I love it, me though. I love like you've got all them running men in a line and the line up and that. And it just. Like, at the time, it'd have been like unreal. Do you know what I mean? Like for me, it still is.
There's a bit of soundtrack kicking then, or not? Is it still early?
There's
some soundtrack.
There is some soundtrack. I couldn't tell you which one it is specifically, but unreal.
But there's parts of like the soundtrack that if you heard it now, I'm only joking. It would,
I was going to say,
it would like you'd just be fucking Running Man. Do you know what I mean?
Ah, mate, unreal.
So the first scene, we might get that soundtrack in the background. So the first scene is like obviously Arnie in a Ben Richards in a helicopter.
Ben Richards,
and
I love that name just quickly. Ben Richards.
Ben Richards.
Whenever I watch these films, just quickly, when I heard Ben Richards, I thought I bet there's a bloke on the planet, obviously
called Ben Richards.
And I just thought, how unreal would it be to watch like Running Man? Like sat in the house like with a beer or whatever, and it's like Ben Richards.
It's like when there's
and you'd be like get in, do you know what I mean?
You like it when there's a film and like the main character's your name, so you must have loved Little Nicky, Adam Sandler.
Well, ironically, he had a pet bulldog who...
Oh, you've got a...
And I've got a pet bulldog.
Who's called Arnie?
Who's called... No, he's not called Arnie, is he?
No, your dog's called Arnie.
Oh, my dog's called Arnie, yeah, he is.
No, maybe he's not even like big as dog. And you've got a tattoo,
Me when I've shed a few pounds.
Like, no lie, he's got a tattoo of his dog called Arnie.
Aye.
And it's got the red eye, like...
Aye, well, it was my sister's idea. There you go.
Right, so I'll go back to the scene. Obviously, Ben Richards in the helicopter.
That's a beautiful soundtrack.
Isn't it? Ben Richards in the helicopter at the start.
Yeah.
And there's about... You've got him, he's co-pilot, and there's 3 in the back. 3, 2 in the back.
2 at the back and there's 1 in the front with him.
Aye, so he's flying over Bakersfield, and he's being asked to sort of like just shoot innocent civilians, but he's like, I will not kill innocent women and children.
Yeah, I just said they are unarmed.
I
said I wouldn't do Arnie impressions.
All they want is some food, for God's sake.
You can't review an Arnie film. I don't know why I'm doing like that. Ooh, I swear. You can't review an Arnie film like this and not do an Arnie impression.
Oh, you're good at it. You're good at the Arnie impression. It's better than me. Mine just sounds like Wesley. Mine are all Swayze, Dalton.
Wesley!
John Dalton.
Well, that's what I was saying to you though. So I've only done a little bit of sword.
No, I think that's alright. I want to have the main bit.
Nice.
It's all about the list.
But it's obviously like, it shows you like obviously like now when you watch the cop shows and they've got infrared and all that kind of there it is. That's unreal, isn't it? Shearer eyes.
Nicki thinks I do that when I like something, or have I got something serious like...
Bit of gold. a bit of gold.
We've got a bit of gold, the eyes, come on, like... Class. This is the beginning.
So funny. But so it shows you like he's like that helicopter's analysing the buildings and that in it.
You can tell we're loving the live stuff because we're fucking...
We're like, look,
we're still in the helicopters, yeah?
How far we're in? 17 minutes.
Fucking
hell. We haven't even started.
No, when you get started.
No, it did. No, it did.
How many joints? You can say what you want.
So like the helicopter's like scanning the buildings and that in it. And obviously at the time that would have been unreal because it's like seeing the buildings and it makes some of these like digital things and that, and it shows you like the crowd and that. But watching it now, it's like fucking terrible, really, innit? Do you know what I mean?
But it's class though because it's like, what did it say? Like Richards obey the orders, like still kill them and that. And he's like, I will not kill innocent civilians and that. I'm turning around, I'll come back to base.
Yeah.
And the other one, so he's thinking, right, fuck you, I've got the co-pilot. And he asks him to retain Richards, didn't he?
Aye.
And he leans over, like,
he said, yeah. He has to retain Richards, but then also proceed with the orders.
Aye.
So stop him. So he fights them. He does that like awful like Arnie scream as he gets caught, like dragged behind. He like goes, oh, and then they're like fucking knock him out.
I think some of them are like, Richard, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
aye. And then Arnie does that thing like you say, like knocks him out, and then
somehow he ends up like hanging out of the fucking helicopter.
Aye, they drag him in, save his life, and then boosh.
With a gun.
Aye, the Bakersfield butcher. The butcher of Bakersfield. The butcher of Bakersfield it is. Right, I'm going to turn this off because it's going to be no time.
I think they've got it, it's Running Man.
They've got it. There's us listening to it back and you can't hear a word we're saying because the Running Man's in the background.
So from there, like
to be fair, mate, that tune's probably better than anything we've said so far, so...
Class. So, Ben Richards and co, they all end up in a prison, don't they?
Aye, they do.
Steelworks prison, as you were saying.
Aye. It does look like, I call it the working man's prison, but yeah, it does look like they're all like obviously getting... They're not just like rotting in a jail cell, they're getting put to work. Which I think's good, mate, to be fair, do you know what I mean? Like, you've got these building sites and that. Just get the prisoners in there and just graft. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
unpaid.
Fuck off. You want to be chilling, you. I want to be chilling as well.
But I'm not a criminal, mate, do you know what I mean?
Aye, true.
If I was a criminal, I'd be like, oh, I'd rather just chill, you know? We fucking like telling me cell, but
you get a first shot of like Ben Richards, obviously Arnie, carrying a metal beam, and he's fucking left biceps like.
Aye, unreal in it.
Fucking bulge, isn't it?
He's incredible.
He's got to carry the yard. I like the beard, didn't he?
Is it real?
I think it's real, eh? I think it's like it's a messed up beard. It's not kept. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, how old's Arnie in that film? 22 years ago, 50.
No, what the fuck? No way.
32 years ago.
Were you basing it on 2017?
40. He's 40.
That's hilarious.
22 years ago, he's 72 now.
Well, he wasn't 40 in that film.
He was. 32 today. It was... 72 today, it was 32 years ago.
He's got Arnie down his Benjamin Button.
Aye. Yeah, so it was 32 years ago, he's 72 today.
He's fucking 40 in that.
He was 40 in that.
I'll have to check that out. As he was 40, call the maths work.
The maths do work. I know how to do a Rubik's Cube, the maths work. So obviously from there, it's clear that Arnie's obviously got some sort of like plan to escape.
Aye.
And
because he's got like some other characters are like overlooking like some guy. Actually,
well, it's White, isn't it?
Wise, aye, and a character called Wise. We've got him down there, haven't we? Harold Wise, played by Marvin McIntyre. He hasn't got much of a IMB actually.
I thought that like when I see
he's got something. He did work on.
Joking.
That's hilarious.
That's the alarm for my last. I get up for my night shift.
Is it?
It is.
Yeah, she's at the caravan now, living the dream. He's got Wise like overlooking like the staff like on the laptops and that for the perimeter deactivated. Like
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Gruesome seeing that.
But there's a one right at the start where it actually reminds me of me and you because like, if we were guards looking at the prisoners, we'd be like, "See the running man last night?"
Yeah,
that would have been.
Yeah, they do.
That's class.
They do.
That's reality.
Yeah, it is. Well, yeah, that's what reality TV does. It's like the next day. Sorry, we're gonna like tone down the standard of this podcast a bit, but we dabble with Love Island, and every day, the day after / during, we talk about Love Island. You do those, don't you?
Funny Island.
I think if you don't watch,
That's about Funny Island.
if you don't watch Love Island, then you're like you're excluded from a lot of conversation. Obviously, Running Man's the same thing. That's what I mean. It's ahead of its time. Do you know what I mean? It's ahead of its time.
I've got visions of Ben Richards on fucking Funny Island now, like.
He would get of course he would.
Take a step forward.
Of course he would. Imagine him in the Believable Castle. He was playing. He was playing it down before.
There's him in the hideaway. What is it? He might rape you.
Yeah, that scene.
What's the line from the film? It's
brutal. That
what is the line though? It's something like he might fuck you and murder you.
Yeah, I like.
Or rape you and kill you.
Or even worse, kill you first, then rape you. Like she's
quite strong.
She's loving it. What's an 18? So they do.
It's getting Amber going, isn't it?
Aye. They can do what they want though. It's an 18
Amber
film.
from Funny Island. Amber.
Funny Island.
In the film.
But they can do what they want. It's an 18 film in the 80s. Do you know what I mean?
Class.
But I think like we're talking the other day about Lock Up, how it's an 18, like what scene deserves.
Check that podcast.
Check that.
We only got 510.
Like what?
Do you see that bit?
At the start, it never gets mentioned again. I thought to myself, is that sign language? I think
that's how I knew.
That's sign language for Carl Weathers' tweet.
I bet that was Stallone's thing.
Be peace. Shout out. I saw. Where was I? Funny Island.
No. What were we talking about?
I don't know. We're talking about Lock Up. How what scene has made it like worthy of an 18
oh
rating.
yes, yeah. What's Running Man?
18. That's what I'm saying. So, but straight away, it's blatant. That guy tries to escape when they think they've deactivated the thing.
Oh, the head.
And his heat just goes boom. And I was like,
because they've all got like
bombs around the neck.
Bombs. It's like a chain, like a wedlock.
Seen that Netflix, the documentary on Netflix.
Oh what?
About a guy that has a fucking.
Oh, yeah, and his head explodes.
And it shows you.
Because woman fucking had his mind fucking that and doing everything and that, and he's in the car park and that.
Well,
the Americans on that, if you're listening. Love you, Americans.
Brutal that.
Class.
Fucking hell. When I showed it,
not class.
I was watching like with my lass, and I was like, going, is it going to show?
That's real. It shows you.
Is it going to show it? And then
it showed you like an angle, didn't it? Like a certain angle. Sitting on the floor and boom.
But you could hear it go beep 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 beep.
It's good.
Beep, beep. And I was like, what the fuck?
I watched that. Funny how we never mentioned that before.
Why would we?
Well, we went dark for a bit. Did we just talk for a while? But anyway.
I watched it last year, years ago. Well, not years ago, but last year I watched that. So from there, obviously, that guy's head explodes and that, and then Arnie does that like weird thing, doesn't he? Like after he dies and that the thing goes down, he goes.
Oh, you just wait. I love it. I love that. But I did think you wait a bit long, yeah, Arnie. Like fucking get yourself away. Like, do you know what I mean?
Get yourself away. Well, everyone's deed, so you can take his time.
But a bit Nicki missed because we love Arnie lines is where they start tapping the guards and that's like, was it? Need a lift.
Yeah.
Need a lift.
Give you a lift, and then he just lifts them up and throws them over. That is why I love 80s films. Like just daft little lines like that. Unreal.
Class.
Do you know what I mean?
I love it when Ben Richards says to
this is filled with it.
What's he called, man? Is it William Loff?
Alright, mate.
Will Loff. Are you gonna get them in?
Well,
Alright, I'll speak up.
William Laughlin or Lachlan. I don't know what he's called.
Well, like you obviously planned together to have a fake fight.
Yaphet Kotto.
And then obviously it gets them all involved in it, and then they do the escape. But like he's shooting people, and he comes back and he goes like, "Good acting, you know."
Aye.
And he says, "Who was acting?"
Aye, class,
brilliant, man.
So then, no, like Wise is obviously from that moment. It sets each character apart. Arnie's the brains. Like,
Wise is the fucking computer.
Wise is the brains. Sorry, Arnold's like the
muscle.
The guy who takes the muscle.
What's
and then obviously Lachlan's like the pawn. Like puts it all in the place kind of thing. You know what I mean?
All right, I thought he was like put it with a pawn there. So
yeah.
Right.
So obviously Wise overlooks like that guard putting the code in, didn't he? As if it would be that easy.
That didn't he, man?
Do you know what I mean?
Fucking get out of here.
Imagine me like a cash point with Wise behind you.
I got jumped at a cash point by 2 lads once.
Did you?
I filled them both in. Seriously?
Oh God!
No, I'm telling you, I did. Seriously, like I put the money to South Shields and went my
with Cobra Kai t-shirt on.
Aye,
no mercy.
Cobra Kai. Never fucking die. Aye, so so I went to get the money out and the cunts jumped in. Like, tried to take the money, but I was getting quick. So yeah, Cobra fucking Kai, you know what I mean? And they.
This is berserk. This.
You know the standoff, like the jump forward and the that and that. Aye. You know that jump?
All that for a tenner.
No, but you know the jump wasn't 10 hours, 20 quid.
20 quid.
Was it the jump? You know when you're gonna fight Aye, so
20 quid. See that. See, just for the people listening, we'll fight over 20 quid. Do you know what I mean? Like
South Shields is a busy name.
Do you know what I mean? So eventually we'll set up a donation page so people can kind of chip in, so we don't have to fight over £20 notes. So anyway,
Aye, so obviously
berserk. That is berserk.
I know. So they escape that fucking prison.
Yeah, they escape the prison, and then they go and see what's his face, Mac.
Oh, what, the Resistance? Aye, because they want the things off the neck, don't they?
Yeah.
Aye, Mick Fleetwood from Fleetwood Mac, the famous show. Want to be with you everywhere, all that shit.
Is it a show? Is it?
Not a show. I meant like
a band.
A band. Show he was band. Band he was show. Yeah.
Aye. Well, just forever break the chain.
Well, it says at the start of the film like that there's a small resistance that have allowed to remain underground. It's obviously Mick Fleetwood and co. And obviously he takes off Laughlin's
neck thing,
and then it's time to do Schwarzenegger like Ben Richards.
He's class, I think, in this bit. Sorry, I think he's mint.
He gives him like a bit fucking grief, doesn't he?
Well, because he says like, you've arrested a lot of my mates. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's part of the like resistance or whatever. Like, he's obviously got like resistance friends, and Arnie's arrested a lot of them kind of thing. So, but Arnie just doesn't give a fuck. He's got his cigar in his mouth with his rep in his.
He's harsh. He's like, oh, let's see, he's a group of I don't know, ex-convicts.
Yeah. Which is right though. That's what a copper sees though. Do you know what I mean?
Aye. He's a copper. Like Ben Richards was a copper.
Aye.
But not many people remember that because they think like military.
I thought he was military. We had this conversation earlier. You had to actually like explain it. He was military.
Like Duke's Bloodsport.
Right.
You guys are always late. Check it out.
There's Bloodsport podcast out there. It was the drunkest one yet. So I was good. That was my favourite podcast.
I do survive.
I couldn't remember it though till I listened to it back the next day. But that's where he sits down, cigar in his mouth, like repping the Gold's Gym Venice Beach thing. I would love to go to that gym just to say I've been there because of Arnie.
But it's like Mick Fleetwood like sort of respects his fucking crack. It's like, oh, I get you.
Aye.
And now you like fucking got something about you kind of thing.
It's one of them. He's been wronged by the government. Like while he's in the helicopter, he's one of the blind, like civilians in a way. Like he thinks what the media show is right. At that time, and then obviously once he starts getting like the butcher from Bakersfield crack, he realises like the government's a load of shit, and that's basically the conversation that's held with this Fleetwood bloke.
Brought
to you by Moretti.
That's the choice of drink at the minute, isn't it?
It is a choice. It's one of them, mate. Now, like, I've been drinking a lot of Budweiser lately, like American drink, but
gives me a headache. That
it's just shit, mate. It's just me mate Des calls it poison, and you know it is. I was blind with it for a long time, but he's right. It bloats you. It doesn't get you drunk. It's just shite, mate. I watched WrestleMania this year, and I had my sister and my brother-in-law around, and I had like a fridge full of Bud, and it was after like two hours. It was like, ugh.
You got to mix it up a little bit.
Do you want another beer? Do you know what I mean?
Get down, yeah.
Aye, do you know what I mean?
I remember when I went to York, just a quick one. Well, let's say just a quick one.
Aye.
Just a quick one. The guy went, old beer's £1. I went, oh, a bottle of Bud. He went, £3. I went, what? You went, king of beers, mate. I went, ooh, I want a fucking cook. But anyway. You know what I mean? Dick. Anyway,
Yeah.
Right, so they've escaped the prison. They've got the necklaces off.
Yeah. And then
They're going their separate ways.
And then he goes to his brother's house.
He thinks he's got his brother's.
He thinks he's got a brother, yeah.
He turns up and like there's this tiny bird there called Amber.
Yeah.
Amber
Mendez.
Maria Alonso.
Maria Alonso.
She's Spanish.
Spanish or Mexican.
You get that twang, don't you? But she's tidy, like even now watching it now, she's still tidy.
She is.
She's holding up in today's.
My type, though, mate. You know, like shorter, dark hair. My type.
On paper.
On paper, yeah, my type. It's just like doing a bit of exercises.
A little nightie in that.
Why is she wearing a nightie? Like I know she's in the house by herself, but when I'm in the house by myself doing a bit of exercise, I didn't wear me Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle pajamas. Do you know what I mean?
She might be planning like doing the work and then going straight to bed.
Would you though? Like sweaty, clammy. Plus it was through the day. Nah, I'm not buying it, mate. I see she was being a fucking tar for the camera.
So basically, Ben Richards obviously introduces himself to her.
Got my attention. I either have like a bit of a back and forth. Are you gonna wrap that beer up so I get another one? Right. Have a bit of a back and forth, don't they? And then he basically like ties her up. Again though, like gives you the horn a bit, doesn't it? Her like tied up. Anyway,
We're in man horn. I saw 2 seconds. I saw you just saying Amber, and she's like the last guy. The last guy got took away for re-education.
Why? What's re-education?
Getting brainwashed, I think.
Like he's obviously wise to that part and putting that his brother isn't this murderer.
Don't you fucking at me? There you go.
Oh, wait, once I've got another fucking Berenti in my mouth. And she's been there for a month. She says, doesn't she? I've been here for a month. Blah blah blah.
Aye. So...
And then obviously they have like a back and forth, and then he basically tries to like use her like. You've obviously got. It must be obviously their interpretation of a 2017 passport. That's what that little chip must be.
Oh, it's like you need a travel pass. He's like, what was it? You have one. No, I have one.
I need a piss. Do you want us to edit, or do you want to just talk for 30 seconds?
No, I need a piss as well, so I think this is a good time.
Right. I'll keep it recording though, and then we'll just edit it out. So what time is that? 32 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's good stuff.
32 minutes, write that down.
I think it's good stuff so far.
I think so, mate. I'm annoyed that I'm going to like...
Stop on the floor. I need a piss as well. Little as you know, I'm going to try and what's the word? Convince him to keep this in the podcast. So I think we should, because we said like, we've been drinking a lot of Moretti. I said let's not go for a piss halfway through. And he's fucking went and done it. And he even did the code, the knock on the fucking table. Which means I need a piss, let's edit this out later. So I think we should keep it in personally. So, so where were we? So he's having his bit back and forth with Amber. And Amber's just like, you're going to get caught in that because it flashes up on the TV. Like sort of seeing like Ben Richards like wanted. And she's doing her sit-ups and that's when she sees him. And it's horrendous. Like she just starts going hysterical and all that. And while this is all going on, like there's I've just told the crowd we should just keep going because I thought it was quite funny.
I made do it.
Aye. So the crowd.
like that blood sport pit with an arcade machine.
He made him say "Matey." Aye. Hey Frankie. Aye. So then Ben Richards starts looking at the guitar. Might as well be an Atari, like an old Atari, like sort of.
Unreal.
Aye. Like, do you know what I mean? When he starts looking at the thing, he's like, I need to work on my tan.
Oh. Aye, he's got that little keyboard on top of the like.
It's kind of spot that, isn't it?
Aye, it is. Aye, it is a good little moment, that, like.
It is. Aye, so from there, they arranged to go to the airport. Do you remember that bit?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Arnie's wearing this like horrendous Hawaiian.
You obviously like went back because I skipped that, didn't I? Because I was talking about that chip.
Aye.
I was talking about the chip, wasn't I?
You were? Chilling.
Sorry?
Aye, so he was, he was serious about like one point, he's like, he's screaming at blinking every chicken.
He's like, it's like, he's walking around with his hand on the back of her neck like the whole time, as if it, like, it's just so obvious, like, she's a clip. I say it's obvious, but obviously I've done like courses and that, like, kind of identify things like that. Like,
leisure awareness.
You would definitely like question like the woman and say like, are you okay? You like look at her in the eyes like, are you okay? Do you know what I mean? So she could be like...
It's like that cop I seen in it when they're at the door. Everything okay, ma'am? Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, 100%. Do you know what I
yourself.
mean? Yeah. If someone answers the door, and like if Anne Frank answered her door, and there's like 10 Nazis behind her, like, are you okay?
That's
She'd be like, yes. Do you know what I mean? Same thing. I don't know what time before Anne Frank. Like, Jesus.
Oh, well.
You know what it is? I watched a thing on Netflix, and it was like a reference mail on that. So I'm just repeating that basically.
Brilliant. But even that bit that they get to the security and they're supposed to go through to the next bit, only shows his pass, which he's nicked off her.
Well, it's her pass, really, isn't it?
Aye, and then I just said that. And then he tips the bag. He's like, oh, she forgets everything. He starts. He
like throws all this shit on top.
What's the god? Just fucking go, man.
Aye, you wouldn't see that now, like. And, like
I need the toilet. I told him about that. I need the toilet, so
well, I'll talk about airport security.
I talk about that net gun and that. You got it.
Why am I like with airport security? They're the most boring subject ever. But for them though, like I go to like Florida like as often as I can, like because I'm like as Carl said in like a previous episode, I'm like a massive Disney fan. So shout out to any Disney fans that are giving me a bit of support. And obviously. Airport security in 2019 especially is like it's one of them like he like I don't know, I'm shouting like so Carlton here, but he scans hers in, just throws, and then like when he's I'm looking for hers, like to a bag, just throws loads of shit at him, like I can't find her button pass here, I just go in. I'm like, imagine like, but it's one of them like a few of these films that we're like reviewing, like they do show like the times, like the age basically, you know, like we reviewed Twins, which we've took down because it was just like a learning curve, like a stepping stone. And there's like car phones, like you wouldn't see that now. And then she's walking around the supermarket with a cigarette in her mouth and shit, like berserk. But then when you watch some older films as well, they're on a plane with a tab. Like imagine having a tab on a plane.
Probably. You held your own.
Aye, mate.
Calls you.
You haven't heard it though, have you?
That could you heard from up there. I'm only joking. Where we are?
I lost myself when I was talking about
airport security.
Yeah, I'm literally bored. Everyone's deaf. Like no one's listening now, so might as well talk.
Hello.
Yeah. Get the yellow pages out and hit the top of the.
Anybody out there?
Yellow pages. I remember the yellow pages.
Anybody out there? Titanic.
Is yellow pages still a thing?
Aye.
Yellow pages.
Can't go wrong.
Remember that advert where you fucking hit the top of the telly with yellow pages and it gets it working again? I remember that advert.
No. I remember my kid like
stand on the yellow pages, neck over the top.
Laptop.
Fucking classic.
So. Did you talk about the neck one?
Have you ever? No, I just got stuck on airport security, mate.
Oh,
like,
okay, now.
Aye, sorry.
Going through the fucking application process or something. Anyway, so I saw Amber, obviously Arnie's like bird who he met with his brother's fucking gaff. Like sort of like she just fucking doesn't want to do him, so she punches him in the bollocks.
She doesn't want to do with him. In her defence,
he's a murderer.
He's a murderer.
Butcher of Bakersfield.
He was kidnapped. She was kidnapped. Sorry, he broke into her home. So I actually didn't want to do with him. Can you believe that? What a bitch.
Slag. I'm only joking. I saw punches her in the bollocks. On his fucking legs, like he jumps over like fucking barrier. He fucking runs out onto the court, doesn't he? Like the.
I do.
It's
the. What the hell's that called? The takeoff.
Runway.
Runway. Fucking hell.
Aye, the security guard like just like they pull up in a van and they got a net gun.
Aye.
And then I remember thinking I'd love to fucking shoot that net gun.
Oh yeah, 100%. But obviously once that happens and she like goes home, she's like getting changed or whatever, she's just listening to the news and it starts painting this picture how he's murdered loads of people at the airport.
Aye, because she's like, that wasn't true.
Aye,
he never shot like 2 people.
That's when she gets the first, because that's what he was saying all along, like I was framed, like that wasn't true, which is like, yeah, I'll watch it on the news, mate, do you know what I mean? And this is our first taste of actually, he might be telling the truth.
Aye, class.
He was a good guy all along. That's a crucial part of the film.
So from there, it shows you ICS, in which I've looked online and they're not taking on it. So I'm a bit devastated. Honestly, when we talk about ICS, you'll think I would want to work there too as well. Would you?
Would you?
Me, however, ICS, all the tarts in the fucking offices and that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like admin.
There's only one in there.
No, there's a few.
You know, the dance hasn't that?
No, not the people watching who are sitting around Fireball. They work there.
Fireball.
We'll get a Fireball. So anyway, Arnie ICS, he gets hide in a room where Killian's like, hello cutie pie.
Aye.
I don't know why they're
No, it's not cutie pie, is it? It's something else. Is it beautiful?
No. That's a
Gorgeous.
previous scene when he says hello, gorgeous. When he says, and I've always thought over the years it was hello, beautiful, but it's not. I've always thought there's always things like that. You might see a line that you think it's, and then you watch it years later, and you fucking that actually wasn't the line.
Aye, because Ben Richards says cutie pie later.
Aye, he does because he's responding to that.
Aye,
he says hello, cutie pie there, and then he says, do you know me?
Spoiler on it though.
Aye, sorry. And then he says, do you know me? Yeah, you're the asshole on TV.
Ah, yeah, you're the asshole on TV. I'd love to say that to someone in that position.
You're the asshole on TV.
Because he looks like someone we know, and I'd love to say to him, you're the asshole.
You're the asshole who works at the...
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Jesus.
Seeing him here.
Right.
But, so that's obviously Damon Killian.
This is no game.
Played by Richard Dawson, rest in peace.
Who's that?
Damon Killian.
He's dying. Like, this is the thing, me and Nicki, like, watching these 80s films, when we're coming to check out, like, later on, like, the cast and stuff, a lot of them die. Even young as Dynamo's dead.
Wait, mate, it's one of them. It's 30 something years ago, do you know what I mean?
Come to me, my love.
Do you know what I mean? Aye. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure, like, 81 is going to be 40 years ago, when, in 2021, that'll be 40 years ago.
Crazy that. Aye, but Dynamo was like 34 or something.
Aye, Dynamo, but he was like...
I never found out the reason, like, bless him.
Looking at him in the film, it might have been weight related, but let's not.
Over here, Christmas tree.
Let's not speculate. Let's not speculate. So obviously from there he meets obviously like the ICS people and blah blah blah, and then obviously he's getting escorted down the corridor. Is that
what he has to sign his contract?
So he signs a contract, and he's like,
I'm sure that the guy goes, use my back, convict.
Yeah, he does, because he's struggling. There's that Men in Black scene where he's like struggling, so he drags the table over. Well, the guy offers to be his table like that.
Did he start signing it?
The mic's in the way.
He goes. As he turns back, he goes. That is hilarious.
What would your reaction be if someone stabbed you with a pen?
Fuck! Especially if it was Arnie. I would have got stabbed and just ran off. I wouldn't even look back at Arnie. I would have got stabbed and fucking ran. Jumped down the chute into the running man. Do you know what I mean? Fuck!
Well, you get it.
So
obviously...
Oh, yeah. So from this bit, like, me and Nicki been talking about these birds, the showgirls.
Aye.
And there's a classic little bit tune, they're giving it all this, the dance and jazz and that.
Aye.
And we were thinking how many fucking birds had already gone through.
It was, like, watch it separately, like, and we're like, when we're watching the film, we're like radio silence, do you know what I mean? Like, we don't talk to each other and that, we just sit and watch the film, enjoy the film, take the occasional note. And both of us were like simultaneously thought, I bet Arnold went through some of these. Went through them. That's like an awful way of putting it.
Why do you say that? Because I said it earlier.
That's just how we're saying
it. No, it is. It's the Geordie twang.
I bet Arnold like appreciated some of them. He took them on dates, and
set them flowers.
Yeah,
class.
With his dick.
He dancing around him and that, like when he sort of like.
Well, that one's like he got his arm around his neck, so, like rubbing his chest.
He could have easily noted that. He could have easily noted that.
Aye. Well, yeah. It's one of them though. I bet like because Arnold's like trying not to look at that. I bet he struggled to make that scene. But I think she made the most of it. You would have had to run around horn for sure. Aye, but she made the most of it though. I think as well. Though it's like one of them in it like she was like wrapping his arms around him, like trying to look at his eyes, like rubbing his chest.
And then two go either side and just fucking strip him down, and he's wearing that fucking yellow running man suit. Which
we found out today, just quickly for the listeners. I don't know if anyone can shed some light. I tried to Google it, I tried to look, do a bit of research, but I couldn't find anything about it.
Had Gola on.
But that running man suit that they wear, the iconic yellow suit that Arnie wears, or the rest of them wear grey, is made by Adidas.
Adidas, let me know.
Aye. How do you say it? Do you say Adidas. Do you say Adidas or do you say Adidas? What was that song? All day I dream about. All day I dream about.
I've never heard that.
No, that's what Adidas stands for apparently. Really? All day I dream about.
I just remember the knockoffs on the market. Adi Hash.
You
remember that?
Ah, yeah.
You didn't have
one. It was like a
little hash fucking
like a cannabis leaf thing.
Morning McHigh. We'll put in here. Anyway. Aye, so class bit, yeah, from there we love this bit.
Alright, Maradona.
Ben. Do you remember that? Bit as ever. What was I going to say? Ben Richards gets put into the chair. The chair that goes down the fucking shit.
That's like quite an iconic picture, that, isn't it?
It's an iconic picture. We'll come to that later. Hopefully. But aye, it's unreal. Unreal. We'll like that word.
It is.
It's iconic.
Definitely.
And like, it's class though because Killian goes like, We wouldn't want to send you down there on your own, Ben. Why do you want to break up a winning team?
They look so uncomfortable, don't they? And their little things like getting held for like that.
That's
like
like the tune comes in.
Is it in there? Is it?
I'm sure it comes on there. But the like Arcade Hunch just keep freaking.
It is. It looks like they're like gonna fall out the chair, doesn't it?
But he's got like a little.
I'll be back.
He feels like responsible for them in a way.
Well, you would do though, don't you?
He loves them, doesn't he?
Because they've
helped them break out in that.
Aye, but not just that though. Like it's obviously Ben Richards that they've wanted on the show the whole time, but obviously they've got these other guys in just to like play with his mind.
Class.
Do you know what I mean? And that's when like, before he gets sent down, classic 80s way was like
Killian,
I'll be back like that, like he does.
And he shot and Killian was.
And then
only in a rerun.
Aye, and then Killian, that unreal line that only in a rerun.
What a name for a host, Killian.
Killian. It's funny actually because there's a wrestler called Killian Dane, and every time I hear Killian, I want to say Dane afterwards. Do you know what I mean?
Wrestling.
It's good, man. It's good.
Nah, I honestly love it. I used to love WF, Warrior, Hogan,
WWF,
Bossman, Jake Snake.
Well, obviously, speaking of wrestling,
It's
obviously,
you, Jake.
Aye, it's you, Jake. Speaking of wrestling, obviously, Jace the Body Ventura's in it. He's obviously Captain Freedom earlier on.
Aye, Captain Freedom. We'll get to him.
He does his fitness.
Captain Freedom's like he's retired. He's actually retired when this show's going on because you've got characters.
He's doing other things. He's doing.
No, yeah, you've got stalkers.
Stalkers, yeah,
who are
right.
chasing the runners, and some of the stalkers are like Sub-Zero, Buzzsaw,
Aye, Dynamo,
Fireball,
and then Captain Freedom.
Captain Freedom, who's retired.
Aye, well, he's doing fitness videos, and that's how I know him because when Amber Mendez is exercising earlier, she's doing it. There were Captain Freedom video.
Aye. So he's retired, but he's doing little side bits. Like he's went in the media with Killian.
Jesse the Body Ventura.
Aye.
Carry on.
Freedom. Aye. So we were. I saw the go down the chute. Fucking hell, we're so early in the film, by the way.
just quickly, right? When I watched that, I thought that looks fucking awesome. Would you, if that was a ride at a park, like the Running Man ride, and it was,
I told us to bottle the Nemesis.
there's you running Manhattan the fucking bin.
I think he sent me a picture like, mimicking the Running Man with a black and white face because that's the only picture he had of it. And I said to him like that would be true to the fucking thing because I'd bottle the fuck out of it. Like,
you said you bottled it because you were about to go in a Running Man, not because of the ride.
I would know because when I bottled the Nemesis at 16 years old at Alton Towers.
I'm sure I was younger than 16 when I went on it. Carry on.
Nah, it just came out. Fuck him. It just came out. What made it worse though? Like my stepmom was like, I'll go on with your car, I'll go on with you. And it was brand new, so the feature, the blood was running down the walls and all that. I just dropped my ass. I'd never dropped my ass at any ride ever.
That was legit my first ride.
So it got in my head.
I bottled every ride until the Nemesis. And then
how mad's that? Maybe this is how we met. Maybe when you go full circle and go into the Nemesis with us. But no, it gets funny that I hate this. I went and bought the Nemesis cap at the memorabilia shop before going on the Nemesis. So I had the cap on back and front like a dick. Like, let's do this. And I fucking bottled it. And then I went and hid the cap in the bin. In absolute rage that I bottled it.
Mate, that is such a... When you told me that on like at work, I was crying laughing. That was so funny.
It's funny because my dad will tell the stories like, when the blood drained from your face. it's like
I can imagine like a pale...
You know what my dad's like? Fucking hell, he's harsh as fuck.
A pale young car, that guy just like good. He's like bottled it, like hat in the bin. That is so funny, so funny. So obviously, anyway, so I would love to go on that little like bobsled thing. So the first stalker, Sub-Zero,
class.
Professor Tanaka. Shout out to Bloodsport.
Who's this stalker? Like, he had a long gown off.
No, it is. I'll not tell that story, but Professor Tanaka, Bloodsport.
You're not a Tanaka.
You are not a Tanaka. Which I thought was quite ironic that was his name, but obviously it's a popular name, isn't it? Professor Tanaka. So obviously he fights Sub-Zero. Well, the three of them, Wise, Laughlin, whatever he's called, in Richards.
Oh, so this is the Sub-Zero scene.
Fight Sub-Zero, and it's obviously like a hockey rink, but it's like an X, like a cross, isn't it?
Class.
Because there's like two pathways like that, and there's a goal at the top.
There's a goal.
There's a goal.
He gets a hold of Wise and he little geek Wise in the fetal position, like holding on to his stick.
Well, he's skating about with his like goalkeeper outfit on, trying to like slice him with his like stick.
It's funny Sub-Zero because like he's supposed to be an ice hockey player, but he looks like he's someone that works in a kebab shop. But anyway,
you know what I mean? Yeah, he does. It's an odd job.
Nah.
It's not a job.
We're going to slow down with this. Like, I think we're getting a bit too...
Is it? Is it not?
We'll be calling chins next.
I'm sure it is.
I don't know. I see, has a scene with Sub-Zero. And does he not slice William Loughlin at one point?
Nah. Well, that's what we're talking
William Loughlin, Will.
This is what we'll call him William from now on. Yaphet Kotto.
No, Will.
We'll just talk Will, okay? Will I am. We'll just talk. He hits him a few times. He hits all a few times, and then like you see, he puts Wise into the goal, which is funny actually because he puts Wise into the goal, and then that person in the crowd, because obviously it was their turn to pick. They win a video player. Remember that? He's
the guy in the crowd.
Aye.
He's getting good games with that. He's buzzing.
Aye.
So he's doing it prematurely.
Aye. Is it a catchphrase where they get like the bonus catchphrase or whatever, and they get the prize? But obviously, get them in that goal was the bonus catchphrase, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? So goes in the goal and like starts showering this person with gifts, and one of the gifts is a video player, which I thought was hilarious.
I never seen that, like.
Aye. Video player. He says, "Oh,
I've seen a good man like sort of board game.
Player." I run a board game and video player. As if 30 years ago they thought like we'd still be watching VHS in 2019. I would love to.
Well, video player.
Still have a video player. Would I?
There was two different video players, you know. There was a top loader. You put it in, went in the top.
Oh, I remember.
There was just the one straight in. I remember like my mum's friend having like a top loader.
Aye.
And I was like, oh, it looks fucking mint. Even though it looks old and dated.
But at the time.
Oh, it was just fucking unreal. I think that's class.
At the time, I remember we got like a.
I've got a story about a VCR.
I've got one as well. This is mine.
Who's going first?
I had already started talking, so.
All right.
We got like a brand new video player, right? VHS, and it had like, it was the first one that we had, because obviously they all had, if the tape ended you had to rewind it, it'd be like waiting for the film to get back to start again.
Just gives me a story, whatever.
Aye. But obviously we got this new one, and it had like a fast rewind, and it would you would click rewind, it would go like, and it honestly like it sounded like if it stopped there, the whole player would just snap in half because it was going that quick.
Class.
Well, that's how I felt at the time. It was probably still dead slow, like. But remember we used to get like a VHS out, and someone who had watched it last hadn't rewound it back at the start.
Oh, mate, that was brilliant. You get a video out, £1.50 video shop, Betty. And you hadn't rewound it.
Oh.
That is, mate.
Etiquette?
It's etiquette, but it's like you're connecting with other people.
Aye.
The last person before you was a lazy bastard. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. The funny thing is though, just quick, this video player I had.
I love it, mate.
If you just left it playing, once it hit the end, it would automatically rewind at the start.
There's a thing like around nostalgia, obviously, like regards tapes, DVDs,
VCR
about going to VCR players, about going to see movies today. And I sent you that clip of Quentin Tarantino.
Did you?
No, I'm sending it to Anv. And Anv, that's me brother. He gets a fucking shout out on every video, didn't he?
Aye. He's on it more than I am.
Yes, get him in. Karate Kid memories.
And his caravan.
The Quentin Tarantino like goes on a little speech about how good it is to go out and get a video rental. He went, you'll pick one.
Oh, you did send it to us.
Do you remember?
You did send it to us.
And then he's like, you're making a choice. It's not like Netflix where you've got the choice of everything. You've got to make a choice to like sort of pick them two. Or like in the third one, and Quentin Tarantino says it's pretty, like sometimes you don't even get the time to watch a third one.
Yeah.
It's just like you're making a choice. It's fucking brilliant.
It's back on the money as well though, because like we're spoiled now. We're spoiled like, oh, what do you want to watch? And you'll flick through Netflix.
Too much
and whatever, like Showbox or whatever it is that you use. Do you know what I mean? Like chip prime sticks, but. It's like, he's right. You go into a shop and you have to make the choice of 3 films.
Class, man.
I think, it is, when I was at university with, like, obviously doing me, like, business management degree, we did have a massive discussion about basically how the digital age is killing a lot of shops, like HMV, things like that. And Blockbuster's obviously, like, a victim of it. Like Netflix, the likes of streaming devices, killed Blockbuster, and
I was just thinking there,
such a shame.
Just think as we're talking, like we could have done with like a nice background.
This is the first episode of the technological advancement. Do you know what I mean?
This is going to show the early days.
Cheers.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking green screen.
Oh, so you put anything up, and that will look good, will it?
It'll basically be like a green background,
Tell me anything.
and then It'll basically be like a green background, and then we can put scenes from the film in. We can do anything.
Class.
So as we're talking about a certain scene to the background.
Right, should we come back to Running Man? Where the hell was
Running Man? I don't think I've seen that.
who's in that?
So Sub-Zero was basically just put Wise into the net. Is where we're at, and then obviously that's when Arnie's like, I've had fucking enough here, like.
There's a number on.
I started talking earlier about, I don't think I covered it properly. I looked into the iconic Running Man suit, the yellow Running Man suit that Arnie wears. That is made by Adidas, and I started singing the song. Can anyone give us any correspondence? Because I've googled it, and I've tried to look into it, but I can't find anything. But those suits are made by Adidas. Please, any correspondence? Let us know.
Yeah, I was looking at my notes here, that's hilarious. Buzzsaw touched me! Remember when Buzzsaw comes out the car and he smacks some guy?
Yeah, the guys are covered in blood, like broken nose, and he's just buzzing that Buzzsaw hit him.
That's funny that because I remember Steve Martin said he was on a talk show. Steve Martin now does talk shows. We did this one talk show years ago. And he went, tell some guy to fuck off like a fan, and then the fan was like, you tell me to fuck off! That's what it reminds us of.
Aye, same thing. Vince McMahon doesn't do interviews either. There's you fucking wrestling. Aye, so that's obviously when Arnie pulls the barbed wire off, doesn't he? Wraps it around Sub-Zero's neck.
Aye.
And then obviously obviously it's barbed wire around your throat. Do you know what I mean? It's obviously gonna like kill you or whatever. So then that's when Arnie hits that amazing line. He was a real pain in the neck.
Class.
Unreal.
Kills him.
Unreal. I killed him.
I love that though because then there's like a shot of what's his name? Killian's like, ladies and gentlemen, this is a sad moment.
Like, because they're obviously not used to Stalkers being killed.
And then a class shot of Arnie and Will walking away. They're giving like a high five, like we've just killed.
Yeah, that's what he says. It was a real pain in the neck.
So
I think that's my last note for a while.
You are next. Who's next?
You are next. That's when that guy. He's like torn between Buzzsaw and Dynamo. He's like, I like Buzzsaw, but I like Dynamo, and then obviously,
in the audience.
Obviously, Killian's
just a quick one. Killian is a fucking great host.
Oh, he is.
Like you want to kill him because he's a twat, but like he's a great host. He's class with mixing with the crowd and that.
Ah, he is. He hits like an awesome line earlier, which.
Who loves you and who do you love?
He goes, without further ado, it's time to start running. And the crowd like, classmate, class. So obviously this guy doesn't have between the pick, and Killian obviously realises that Richard's a bit of a threat. So he's like, just have them both. Just have them both. So basically, both of them fucking go in. So
was that Buzzsaw?
So Buzzsaw and Dynamo go in.
Come to me, my love.
Aye. So both of them go in. And then obviously Dynamo, it doesn't feature straight away. It's all Buzzsaw on his motorbike going back and forth, and then that's when
I'm sure Buzzsaw slices Will at one point.
Aye.
And Will's like put out to the side.
Gaffer Koto gets sliced with like a chainsaw, and that's basically like the start of his demise.
And then like a lion or something gets hiding around Schwarzenegger.
Like, he does. I don't know how he's got like some sort of like lasso. He's got some sort of like lasso or something, did he? Hide around him, and then Richard's getting dragged for ages, and eventually he gets it's like there's like debris, there's like broken debris, and obviously you've got like steel that goes through like brickwork. He wraps the lasso around that, which obviously pulls Buzzsaw off his bike.
Aye, the crowd are like, wah! Like fucking, he's like dowering it up.
Aye, he is, and then he runs over and they check him out, and obviously Buzzsaw's fine all along.
Like hold his neck in it.
Aye, and they have like a little thing with a chainsaw back and forth, fighting and that,
like
a struggle.
Horse coming under.
He just comes under and it's like slices Buzzsaw in half. Aye.
Blood like alley.
Aye, like you can see why that's an 18.
Unreal.
Like lock up, I was like, why is that an 18?
Ironically, that guy Buzzsaw had a little thing in his twins film, didn't he?
Aye. Well, so did Killian's security guard and Buzzsaw were like brothers.
In twins,
cousins of like the main guys.
Oh, the name's gone. You know the something brothers.
I
don't come back.
It won't. Okay. But there's this I see in the club on twins, and then like they grab on from another arm, and then that's when they're like fucking grabbing. It's Buzzsaw and Killian's security guard, which.
So he kills Buzzsaw, and then Dynamo is on the hunt for Wise and Amber.
He is.
Nicki was a bit pissed off, not pissed off, but he was a bit like Wise, because Wise and Amber are running, and Wise is all about the codes, and let's get the codes, let's fucking shut this thing down.
Aye.
And Amber just keeps repeating Wise's name, like Wise.
She says Wise like 10 times. I was like, how do you even know his name? Why do you keep saying Wise? Do you mean if you've just met somebody? When I just met you, like
you said, "Who's this cunt?" Didn't you?
Yeah, who's this cunt? I wasn't like going, "Hi, Carl. How you doing, Carl? You alright, Carl? How you doing, Carl?"
You should have, because you should use someone's name and make them feel bad.
But I don't, because people don't do that. Do you know what I mean? I might use it once at the start.
Didn't want to know.
I didn't. Oh, you thought I was Jason Donovan?
Aye, with the blonde locks. Anyway, so
1 hour in, 1 hour deep, and haven't even got into the Running Man
live video. You can tell we're fucking buzzing off it, man.
Aye. I think it's the best podcast. Yeah. What do you guys think? Let me know.
There's them. We've switched off for 20 minutes.
The probably switched off when I started talking about the fucking airport security. To be fair, Jesus.
It was a bad idea leaving you on your own.
Yeah, it was, mate.
We'll speed this up a touch. I don't mean like I speed the fucking podcast, but I mean,
aye.
We'll.
Alright, 100%.
Right, so Dynamo chases Wise and Amber. He fucking electrocutes them because you can shoot off that fucking electricity.
Aye, Wise gives Amber the code first, though.
Aye, the perimeter, whatever.
Aye, the code for the satellites in it.
And
when I first watched that, I first watched that because my memory is shot, and I thought I'm gonna try and remember this code.
Is Wise dead from that?
What
a shitbag! Is it?
He gets electrocuted.
No, but he's dead from that.
Aye.
And when I think about it, there's nothing more of him. Like, I'm dead.
He gets electrocuted.
Oh god, he's horrible, isn't he? Like, how are But she gets electrocuted as well.
They're fucking Flash, yeah.
Flash.
No. He electrocutes Wise, and then there's like static hits her, which knocks her down.
Oh right. So he took the brunt.
Yeah. If you look, he gets the blue shock, and she just gets a little shitty yellow shock.
So Ben Richards comes on the scene, and he helps fucking Amber, who's getting attacked by Dynamo. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And
hey, Christmas tree! That's what I find it. Hey, Christmas tree!
He basically he ends up getting the car flipped somehow.
He runs up that pile, doesn't he? And Dynamo chases him up the pile in his car.
Idiot.
And the car flips, obviously.
Shout out to Dynamo.
Rest
in peace.
Rest. Another one. It's one of them, like, obviously, each episode's not going to be like an obituary, like,
but every film we pick, someone's dead.
Well, there will be. It's the 30, 40-year-old films, you know what I mean? Well, there will be 40 eventually. Well, obviously, every film will be.
Anyway, I saw.
5 years.
It's class though. I was saying to Nicki earlier. Like Dynamo's like, go to commercial.
Aye, like, because it's TV shows, so you can understand why he's like, go to commercial.
He's probably not used to it, like the fucking what they got the Stalkers, the runners, not like getting the
better run.
Aye, so he's like, go to commercial. Do you know what I mean?
I can't imagine that there being many contestants in the shape Arnie's in.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Excuse me. Sorry. You know when you just forget you're on TV.
TV.
Well, I got one on live TV. Do you remember live TV on cable or not? 18 topless darts.
Topless darts, how 18? It's funny that I never had cable.
Tiffany's Big City Tips.
I used to go with my friend Sam. I mentioned him on a previous podcast, Sam, when I had Bloodsport, and I went to his house and he had channel 18. That's the channel. Is it the channel?
Channel 18 was cable.
But he was
analog box.
He was the analog box. He was the friend I watched Universal Soldier with. Aye.
Class.
Aye, and he had channel 18 in the topless darts. Aye, Sam. Unreal, man. Unreal times.
I used to watch the soft porn on Sky movies. What?
What's soft porn?
I don't know. Anyway.
Is that where they fall in love?
Aye. There's always a storyline. That's why I like it. So, it was Shannon Tweed. If you're 30 something, you all remember Shannon Tweed. She's married to that Kiss guy.
Which Kiss guy?
The lead of Kiss. Shannon Tweed, man, Al Blondbird.
How am I forgetting his name? I shocked on that. I like Kiss. Yeah. You wouldn't think so, forgetting his name. This is your name.
I saw
Gene Simmons.
There you go, Gene Simmons. Really I'm joking. So, I saw what we're seeing.
Aye, so obviously that's when they like pin him into the car, don't they, and then run off, and then Amber's like, what happened to Buzzsaw? And Arnie hit that. You had to split line.
Class.
You had to split.
Where does it go from there?
That's what obviously it goes to the, well, my next note, I don't know how.
Oh, is that where they say Fireball? They go to the studio and go Fireball.
Aye, Fireball goes in, aye.
Fireball the wardrobe.
This is what I said to you earlier. Like you said he wasn't like, but there must have been a bit of fear in Fireball. Like this Ben Richards is.
Do you remember Fireball? He had his shirt open. He was just chilling in the staff room, like thinking, "I'm not going to."
In the staff room. Was it a staff room?
It was some sort of staff area.
It was like
he was chilling with like his birds. Who was
tarts.
Aye.
So then he's obviously like a social.
Butterfly.
Like not social, like a reality TV star, isn't he? So which now we know is like a massive thing. Social. Fucking why do I keep saying social? Reality TV is like a big thing now in 2019.
Aye.
In 2017 it was, and obviously that's when this film's set.
Oh, we missed the famous rant down the cameraman because Killian tries to make a deal with him.
Yeah.
Once Richards is like winning, turning the tide, Killian cuts to a break, and he's like, Ben, you look, what was it?
It gets comedy like that.
Ben, I want off you.
Is that?
Aye. What does he say again?
He's like that. He goes, I put my fist in your stomach and I realized your spine.
Standard 3-year deal, Ben. That's what everyone gets offered. That's what he says, isn't he?
Yeah.
And that's what he just does, that line that you just did.
Aye.
You just stole. I was looking fucking great all the way through that. You just.
I've got your bad angle now. I thought that was a good way to like demonstrate.
Oh,
demonstrate the thing.
Well done for the fucking spontaneity. What's it called? Spontaneity.
Spontaneity.
Aye. Easy for me to say.
Easy for you to say.
Amber across. So obviously Fireball gets called the wardrobe, and then Amber comes across previous winners.
Price.
Some previous winners. Like, do you remember that? Because there's a footage earlier, like seeing
they're in like Honolulu, Hawaii, or something.
One of them's called Price, ironically.
Price. That's ironic because that's my name. And obviously it shows them like living the dream, like the one, like running man.
Imagine your first name was Price. Anyway.
Imagine Price. John Price. Dalton Price. Price Dalton.
John Price.
So I shows them like living the dream, didn't it, on the holidays, but in reality, obviously, Amber discovers here that isn't the reality at all. Obviously, that was again like another government.
Oh, and as fucking Fireball.
She discovers the 3 dead bodies, like cinders, and they're like burned bodies.
And he says, "Oh, previous winners," and he goes, "Previous losers." What?
Previous losers, and then he lights up his flamethrower.
Aye.
And he walks towards like that, and that's obviously when Arnie intervenes and kills
Ben Richards like pulls his gas line.
Pulls his gas line out. Gas line. Don't forget the word gas line.
My gas line.
My gas line. My gas line. Gas line. I thought, Harry, we get it. It's a gas line. Fucking hell.
And then he does what's it called?
Like a flare in it.
What is it? Need a light.
Need a light, and throws a flare between his legs.
Kills Fireball.
Turns on the corner like that.
So this is that where Captain Freedom gets called up? Jesse Ventura.
That's where Jesse the body Ventura, old school wrestler, gets called up. And it's hilarious that scene though, where they're hiring that like shit clobber, and it's like squeaky and stuff.
I'm not doing Killian. Fucking shit.
he's like
I was killing people with my bare hands. Fucking brilliant that is.
It is so funny, man.
That is class. Then you've got someone like Nicki fucking doing the fucking the graphics because he will not do it, so he wants to create a fake scene because they will not do it, will he? So they want to so the tech guy
do it because he won't do it.
Aye.
All right, okay.
So they create a fake scene, aye, and I love the fake scene though.
Yeah, so does like Jesse Ventura survive?
Aye, he's not dead.
That's berserk.
Because he doesn't go into it.
Aye, he doesn't.
Bottles it, the shit
No, he
back.
doesn't.
But how did they get like the Amber thing? Like she comes down the chute, he just picks her up, breaks her neck, hides her on the barbed wire.
Crazy, innit? You watch these videos now though, what they call
Come here, like this way. That, and it's like that. Like, don't do it like the,
alright.
Like the wrestling.
I like that like
Then he gets him on a spike, doesn't he?
he does. But there's them videos, that's what they call deep. Have you seen them deep fake videos?
Aye.
Have you seen them?
No.
So basically, I
thought like what they were talking about in the film. It's like
well, it's similar. Like now there's a thing called deep fake, and basically they can take your face.
It's a good outfit.
They can take your face and put it on like Barack Obama doing a speech, and it just looks like you doing the speech.
Not one for public speaking.
Aye, but like it just begs the question, like if they can do it, like after this podcast we'll look at some deep fakes. It is berserk how real it looks.
Right.
Like, so seriously.
I can show us after one.
I will. So obviously that's when Killian like gets that he's got that old wifey contestant and shit, and he's like who you like banging on here, And then she like, and she like goes there. I put a little old lady.
I picked Ben Richards.
I picked Ben Richards because he's a mean motherfucker.
No, you can't pick him. He's a runner.
I
pick anyone I want.
I pick anyone I want, and I pick Ben Richards because he's a mean motherfucker.
I don't know if we touched on this earlier, but like while this is all going on, you got the fucking bookies outside taking bets.
I was about to say that.
And you got the first stalk, first kill, first blood, and then when she says that, the guy goes 200 Richards.
He's like, how many, like, you
500.
You gotta take it, 200 Richards. And he keeps saying it over and over and over and over again, doesn't he? Aye. And they do. How does that work though? This is what I want to talk about, right? So
how have you got this much money to pay them off? Pay them back?
We're not just in general, like the stud, right? These two blokes with a fucking blackboard behind them.
I'm listening.
With like people's names on, and there's just people fucking throwing money at them. Yeah. 200 on Richards. Well, it doesn't tell you what the odds are. He doesn't take any information at all. He just takes the money off him. How does it work? Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Like when I go on fucking BillHill.com, it'll say like it'll say Ben Richards 5-1, and I'll stick a fiver on, and I'll get 25 quid back.
Class.
Like it's all there, but there's nothing. It's just like, do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
He didn't even give him a receipt.
Maybe he's listening.
Just takes his money. How does it work? If you've got any correspondence on how the hell you gambled in that particular film, please let me know. Because I might run some sort of like underground syndicate. Do you know what I mean?
That was kind.
Yeah. I might Hoy Carlton into the Fight Club. I used to have that.
Fight Club.
I used to have a DVD.
Fight Club's good fun. You should just buy it.
Let's not talk about it though. That's the first rule.
Hi.
And then obviously that's when
the trapped at that point. Amber and
yes.
And then they get trapped behind a fence while this fake video is being made of them getting killed, and the resistance come in. Mm-hmm. You know that what's he call him? Fleetwood Mac. Can you hear me, Colin? Right, and gets them in, and like he's like, this is great, but why weren't you here fucking earlier? Like, do you know what I mean?
Aye.
He's like, we'd get caught and all this and da. And they get changed out of the Adidas clobber. Why did they get changed out of the clobber?
Not just why did they, but why did Fleetwood Mac have a fucking change of clothes for the two of them? A perfect fit. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. But they had
no one in the room. They're all young kids, plus Fleetwood Mac. They're all like our height, like little blokes. Do you know what I mean?
6'2".
And then you've got Arnie walks in. What's Arnie? 6'5", 6'4".
Something like that.
And then they've got to change of clothes for a perfect fit. Anyway.
I debating that one.
that did irritate us a bit. Like, if I'm honest, like why?
So from then, the resistance impact on the studio, they invade the studio. Yeah.
I do.
Killian and all that is.
That Fleetwood Mac guy wants like Richards to just kind of like fuck off. Do you know what I mean? But he's like, you're sending kids in to do a man's job, basically. Do you know what I mean? Like it's gonna be fair. You need someone with experience. It's a fucking job interview. Do you know what I mean? Like,
they started shooting everyone, not in the crowd. Sorry, the security guards.
There's like a big like war.
But you still got the ICS staff, like watching behind the scenes of the TV. It's like fucking hell.
There is. Because there's nothing they can do because Fleetwood Mac, has took control of the satellites, so there's nothing they can do anymore.
Class.
That's the code that Amber Mendez remembered.
Aye.
So Fleetwood Mac will control the satellites, and that's when they start showing all the real footage.
Aye, the real footage of Bakersfield Massacre.
The Bakersfield Massacre, and then it also shows you like last season's winners, losers. Do you know what I mean?
I was that shown. I remember like.
Aye, it does. It shows you the skeletons instead of them in Honolulu, Hawaii.
Like showing you like that he's not a bad guy.
Aye, basically. And obviously the crowd like, what the fuck, we've been lied to all this time. Fake news. #fake news, which again, massive.
So they all get like shot off around, and then it comes down to Killian and Ben Richards.
So ahead of its time. And then obviously like the security guard comes and Killian thinks he's gonna like fight his corner, and he doesn't. I'm gonna go and score some steroids. Aye, basically, because obviously
before that, Ben Richards repeats the line to him like, "Hello, cutie pie."
Hello, cutie pie. He does. Unreal. Now.
Killian, once the security guard fucks off, Killian's like, "You look pissed, Ben." Did he? And rightly so. What does he say? Like, it's television. Give them what they want.
Aye.
And all this.
Class, man. But then obviously, like he sends like Killian down the chute.
He puts Killian in the chair, doesn't he?
And then Killian flies to the sign, and then he flies to the sign. What does the sign say? I can't remember what the sign says. But then he goes,
he's quite a cool advert or something.
And he goes, that hit the spot or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
And then all of a sudden it's this is no game.
Oh yeah, he has a bit moment with Emma, doesn't he? Like, pulls her in close, gives her a kiss, and then
yeah, honestly, it's a class bit of
he grabs her by the back of the neck though, like just like that, like fuck.
Like he pulls her in for a neck on.
Right, and then he fucking whacks her out, like as if she like, fucking come here.
That's class, man.
And then that's it. Fucking it shows you like the 2017 like California's like skyline essentially with like a fucking massive screen. Like it's funny when you go back 30 years, that's what the thought like 2017 would look like. Like it's like a fucking scrap on it. Like it looks fucking like shit. But then obviously then the end credits come up. Just quickly as well. As Paul Runner Man, I don't know what this is fucking. People who used to watch Blind Date and Cilla Black used to talk, Graham. And there used to be that voice used to come over the top and used to be like, contestant number 1. Blah, blah, blah. Remember that? Well, there's a guy on Running Man that's like that. So it's like, so this is Ben.
Oh, I could he was it. Was it her Confederate?
Yeah.
Her lover.
I am. This is Ben Rich, the butcher of Bakersfield, and all that kind of shit. But I don't know if you noticed during the end credits, his voice comes over and starts. I can't remember what it was saying now, but he's like talking about how the film's over and blah blah blah.
Oh no!
And I kind of thought like if to anyone who's listening, if they went to the pictures to see this flick, let me know. If I was walking down them stairs and that voice came over, I would have felt like I was part of the show.
Oh, mint.
Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Like if Graham was like talking over, contestant number 1.
That's funny as
Do you know what I mean? Like, certainly I heard it, I thought that would have felt fucking authentic as hell.
I was telling Nicki as well, like the poster for Running Man in the 80s was iconic. It was just like Arnie with his serious face, like looking at like a red sort of background.
Aye.
It was just like, fuck.
You sent us the picture, didn't you?
Aye. It was like, I need to watch that.
Aye. But that brings it to the end of the podcast. Unfortunately, I was really enjoying that. Oh, we haven't had a bit fun facts.
You got it?
Well, I've already talked about the gladiators. Can you feel the power of the gladiators? But another fun fact is this was a film based on a book published by Stephen Hawking in 1982, mate.
Do you know what you just said?
No.
Stephen Hawking.
Did I?
Listen, enjoy the Running Man. It'll be fucking great.
Without further ado.
Everybody's gonna do your fucking joke about that beep, and fuck that. That's funny. Fucking Stephen King.
Stephen King.
Stephen Hawking, man. What the fuck?
Stephen Hawking. I was close.
Stephen Hawking. Fuck me, man.
Woo!
He's dead, isn't he? Oh, you're bringing it back. Deceased person. That's terrible, aren't I?
Well, you're laughing. So Stephen King.
I'm not laughing now because you want to watch the theory and everything, but anyway.
Aye. Have you not seen that?
No, I haven't seen it.
No, I haven't. So...
That's on Netflix.
Did you hear about that thing though, with that theory of everything? That guy in the wheelchair went and watched it, and they wouldn't let him in.
No. Fuck, we'll not get on this.
Ah, okay.
That's hilarious.
So, is it hilarious?
Well,
so Stephen King, so this film was
Jesus, I thought you were going to Stephen Hawking there.
So this film was based on a book published by Stephen King, but obviously because it wasn't a horror film, which Stephen King obviously like specialises in, he used his alter ego, which is Richard Bachman.
Jesus.
Crazy, isn't it?
It is.
Obviously you've heard the Gladiators 1, 1987, directed by... We'll never know.
No. Are we done? Fun facts?
1987, it was like, how long was the film?
It was just over 90 minutes, man.
We'll love the go-to time. So, yeah, we're not going to give you much facts, but that's...
No, it was just over 90 minutes.
Aye.
What we've realised that this is no game. The Running Man is no game.
This is... Sorry, I thought someone just got run over outside my house there.
Jesus.
Fucking hell.
It's delirious, man.
UPS van, but honestly, it looked like someone got ran over there, the way he slammed his brakes on.
That's a wrap for the Running Man.
That is a wrap for the Running Man. That is a wrap. Happy birthday, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
72.
72 today.
Ben Richards.
Without you, my dog would not have a name. So thank you very much, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Be excellent, one of that.
Always, and peace out.
Peace out.